Did you know that only 7% of our viewers are actually subscribed? We love creating content for you and want to keep doing it, but we need your support to grow our channel so we can make ends meet. So, if you enjoy our videos and want to see more, please consider subscribing and liking our videos. Thanks for your support.
Hello and welcome to yet another CMA video. I'm Marek and today I'm going to show you how to service Shimano Nexus internal gear hub. Okay, let's begin.
Bicycle gear hubs are designed to provide a reliable and low maintenance shifting system. Instead of an external derailleur, internal gear hubs like Shimano Nexus have their gear mechanism contained within the hub itself. Although hub gears are less prone to breaking and require less maintenance than derailleur gears, it remains essential to periodically lubricate the internal gearing mechanism. Shimano recommends lubricating the internal unit after covering approximately 600 miles or 1000 kilometers from the initial use. After that, consider lubricating it annually, adjusting the frequency based on how often you ride your bike. "14mm cone spanner, 14mm, 15mm and 17mm spanner, flathead screwdriver, internal hub maintenance oil and dip tank, hub grease, vise, degreaser, cloth or paper towel. First, remove the rear wheel. If you're not sure how to do this, then pause this video now and watch my tutorial here on how to remove a wheel with hub gears. There's also a link to this video in the description below. Remove the wheel nuts and non-turn washers from the axle. Lock the non-drive side axle in a vise. Make sure that you clamp the two beveled sides of the axle so you don't damage the thread. Turn the cassette joint mounting ring 45 degrees anti-clockwise and remove it from the cassette joint. Remove the cassette joint. Remove the driver cap from the driver. Use a flathead screwdriver to remove the snap ring from the driver. Remove the sprocket while noticing its orientation. Use a flathead screwdriver to prise the smaller dust cap and remove it from the hub. Now do the same to remove the larger dust cap. Now turn the wheel over and lock the drive side axle in a vise. Again, make sure that you clamp the two beveled sides of the axle so you don't damage the thread. Use a 17mm spanner to undo and remove the left-hand dust cap nut. And remove the flanged washer. For hubs without a roller brake, use a flathead screwdriver to prise the dust cap and remove it from the hub. If there's a roller brake, then remove it from the hub. Fit the 14mm cone spanner on the cone and hold it in place. Fit the 14mm spanner on the lock nut and undo it anti-clockwise. Remove the lock nut and the left-hand side cone from the axle. Remove the bearings from the bearing cup. And clean them with a rag or paper towel. Clean all the parts with a rag or paper towel. Grasp the wheel and lift it up to remove the hub shell. Clean the hub shell. Clean the drive side bearings. Fill the dip tank with the internal hub maintenance oil to the marking point. Remove the gear unit from the vise and submerge it in the oil, starting from the non-drive side. Keep the unit soaking in the oil for about 90 seconds. Lift the gear unit from the oil and let it drip the excess oil into the dip tank. Clamp the drive side axle in the vise. Grease the pinion gears and the drive side bearings. Grasp the wheel and refit the hub shell. Apply the internal gear hub grease to the bearing cup. Place the cage ball bearings and apply a bit more grease to the bearings. Screw the wheel axle cone so that it's hand tight. Now screw the lock nut. Fit the 14mm cone spanner on the cone and the 14mm spanner on the lock nut. Turn the lock nut clockwise. Remove the wheel from the vise and check if it can turn smoothly without any play. If not, then repeat the tightening process until you're happy. Clamp the drive side of the axle back in the vise. Fit the non-drive side dust cup and the flanged washer, or the roller brake. Screw in the non-drive side dust cap nut, and tighten it with a 17mm spanner. Turn the wheel over and secure it back in the vise. Place the larger drive side dust cap onto the driver. Now place the smaller drive side dust cap onto the driver. Install the sprocket and secure it in place with the snap ring. Refit the driver cap to the driver. Turn the cassette joint pulley to align the marks on the pulley and the bracket. Install it with the mark on the cassette joint aligned with the mark on the driver. Install the cassette joint mounting ring by aligning the yellow mark on the joint mounting ring with the yellow mark on the pulley of the cassette joint. Turn the cassette joint mounting ring clockwise by 45 degrees. Refit the non-turn washers. And the wheel nuts. Refit the wheel. I have a great video here for you on how to install a rear wheel with an internal gear hub. You can also find a link to this video in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'm curious about how your internal gear hub servicing went. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. And thanks in advance for any donations offered through the super thanks button below the video. See you soon!